and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I'm Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Tinubu's policies worsening of condition, ACF says. Federal government earmarks 112 billion naira for safe school initiative. Senate urges military community synergy to defeat Lakurawa. Library play important role in societal transformation and advancement, Kwara NLA chair says. Minister said fund contribution to economic growth. Court orders police to employ over 22,000 constabularies. NIWA lists human errors, drug use as causes of both accidents. Now the news in details. The Arewa Consultative Forum has called on President Bola Tinubu to take immediate action to address the pressing issues of insecurity, education and economic development in northern Nigeria. The ACF urged the president to review and reassess his administration's economic policies to ensure they have a human face, given the current hardship Nigerians are facing. In a communique signed by ACF's National Publicity Secretary, Professor Tukur Mohammed Baba expressed dissatisfaction with the current economic policies, which the forum claimed have worsened the condition of northern Nigeria. The Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Sulaiman Ibrahim, has said the federal government has allocated the sum of 112 billion naira through the National Plan for Financing Safe Schools as part of efforts to safeguard learning environment over the next 3 years. The minister also stated that the government had made significant strides in advancing children's rights through the adoption and implementation of several actions. The Senate on Wednesday called on the Nigerian military to collaborate with the local communities to establish early warning systems aimed at detecting and preventing future attacks by Lakurawa terrorist group. The Senate also asked the federal government to deploy an assessment team to affected areas in Sokoto and Kebbi states to evaluate damages and provide immediate relief to displaced families. The chairperson of the Nigerian Library Association, Kwara State Chapter, Dr. Mrs. Florence Ajani, has emphasized the critical role libraries play in societal transformation and advancement. Mrs. Ajani noted that stakeholders must work together to revive and rejuvenate libraries in all ministries, departments, and agencies.
Library celebration. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we come together to commemorate the pivotal role of libraries in fostering knowledge, innovation, and sustainable development. The focus of the Library Week this year is to discuss and come up with strategies to revitalize the library system, especially those that are domiciled in ministries, departments, and agencies, with an emphasis on how to ensure that they are positioned to contribute significantly to sustainable development and national growth. This year's theme, resuscitating ministry, departments, and agency library system for sustainable development, emphasizes the critical role library play in the societal transformation and advancement. Libraries are dynamic, living institutions that encourage the flow of knowledge, give access to important information, and promote lifelong learning. They serve as centers of creativity and empowerment, where people may share ideas, connect with one another, and speed up national growth. If the library that exists in various ministries, departments, and agencies are to fulfill their intended purposes, it becomes very important for all the stakeholders to play their roles in reviving and rejuvenating these libraries. Our library must adapt to the difficulty of a rapidly changing technology landscape, shifting educational needs, and rising information accessibility demand.
Speaking on Thursday at NLA Year 2024 Library Week, she said libraries are dynamic institutions that encourage knowledge flow, provide access to important information, and promote lifelong learning.
This provided us with first-hand insight into the challenges and opportunities impeding the functionality of the library system. It is my belief, therefore, that today, 21st November 2024, as we are gathered here for this discourse, which is the main event of the NLA week, we all together will be further empowered to rescue our agency's library and enhance the fulfillment of the purpose for which they exist. The program promises to be a hub of ideas and actionable strategy for transforming our NDA's libraries into vibrant center of knowledge. I encourage everyone here to actively engage in this session. Contribute your wealth of experience and explore how we as professionals can create pathway to excellence within institutional library system. Together, let us champion a future where libraries are not only revitalized, but also positioned as indispensable tools for sustainable development in Kwara State and beyond.
The event themed Resuscitating Ministries, Departments and Agencies Library System for Sustainable Development featured distinguished speakers, including Dr. Adkiade Adewojo from the Nigerian Star Product Research Institute and Mrs. Evelyn Ona, who was represented by Mr. Joel Afolayan, shared innovative strategies and approaches to reinvigorating library systems in Nigeria's MDAs. The event also aimed to unite librarians, promote professional interest and students, and also establish libraries and information centers. Professor Abdulwahab Olarewaju Isa, while speaking, affirmed that libraries plays a vital role in shaping policies and delivering services, added that a well-structured library system within MDAs is crucial to achieving their objectives. He encouraged NIS students to face their studies, build themselves up, excel, and make use of the opportunity, as well as contribute to library development.
What makes mistake? I hope you understand now. So they are in the right place. My advice to them is they should get settled on time, face their studies, and make the best out of that opportunity, because it is actually an opportunity. And they should take their studies very seriously so that they can excel at the end of the day. And to come to think about it, they do not belong, they are not the only one belonging to that category of people who felt they were forced to one program or the other. Majority of the people in universities, in polytechnics, in colleges, they were forced, quote and unquote, into those, but because they now got settled, they got serious about it, they could now excel and they become something. So I advise them to take after all of that.
The Minister for Education, Dr. Tuji Alausa, has praised the Tertiary Education Trust Fund for its commitment to advancing research in Nigeria, describing the ongoing national research and fair exhibition as a vital step towards job creation, wealth generation, and economic development. Speaking at the event inauguration in Abuja, Allows recommended TEFFund's Executive Secretary, Sonny Ekono, for aligning the exhibition with President Bola Tinubu's vision of transforming research outcomes into practical tools for national growth. The National Industrial Court of Nigeria has ordered the Inspector General of Police and the Police Service Commission to issue letters of employment to over 22,000 police constabularies across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The court also ordered the defendants to pay the constabularies about 4 years' salaries, arrears owed them since 2021. The court specifically directed that each constabulary be paid $54,566 monthly from January 2021 to May 2024. The Managing Director, National Inland Waterways Authority, Mr. Bola Oyebamiji, has identified human errors, drugs, and disobedience to the rules and regulation as the major causes of both accidents that have occurred in the past 3 years. Oyebamiji disclosed this while fielding questions from members of the House of Representatives Committee on NIWA, who are on oversight function to the headquarters of the authority in Lokoja, Kogi State. He said NIWA was committed to the safety of Nigerians using water transportation. And that will be all on Just Event Online News at 9. Here's the recap of the story. Tinubu's policies worsening North condition, ACF says. Federal government earmarks 112 billion naira for Safe School initiative. Senate urged military community synergy to defeat Lakurawa. Library play important role in societal transformation and advancement, Kwara NLA chair says. Minister hails TEFFund contribution to economic growth. Court orders police to employ over 22,000 constabularies. NIWA lists human errors, drug use as causes of both accidents. Thank you for watching Just Event Online News. Remember, each and every stage has its own impact and its challenges for lessons to be learned. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tap at Just Event Online. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Anifat Ismail. Good night.